only paid $290 for this gaming PC, and so did over 100 other people on eBay.
But why? Why are people buying this gaming PC, and does it have some redeeming qualities to make it actually a good buy in 2023? We're about to open it up and find out, but first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by our good friends over at GVG Mall, our favorite place to buy Windows 10 keys and a lot of other awesome software for your gaming PC.
If you're tired of seeing that Windows activation watermark in the bottom corner of your screen, check out GVG Mall with the link down below. We do have a special discount code that Matt will tell you guys about in just a second. Activating Windows is super easy. You literally just buy the key, Windows 10, Windows 11, maybe even the next Windows, it'll still be supported. So we absolutely love using GVG Mall because you are paying a severe discount.
And if you use code TB20 or normal code for a short period of time, you can save 25% on your next purchase of a Windows 10 key or any other software they have to offer. They also offer Office 2019 licenses. If you don't want to deal with the Microsoft 365 suite, you can buy that Office key and be good to go. You're set in stone there, no worries about paying monthly. You can find those links in the description down below.
And to give you an idea on how much we trust them, we've actually been partnering with GVG Mall for years now. We've been giving out the Windows 10 and Windows 11 keys for quite some time. And like Matt said, we do use them over at PC Bros quite a bit, and we really have never had any issues with them. So we do really like GVG Mall.
GVG Mall, check the link down below. Big thanks again to them for sponsoring today's video. Use code TB20 to save 25% today. Let's get right into the video, shall we? So we're opening up a computer from an eBay seller called Trinity Custom Computers with over 5,000 feedback on eBay. Wow. The listing is i5 quad-core gaming computer desktop PC, 512 gig SSD, gigs of RAM, RX 560, Apex Fortnite. For $289. It is now $289 with free shipping. When I did buy it, it was $279 with like $10 shipping. So we're just gonna go $290 for the price. Oh wow, this is really faded. So here's the instruction manual we got from Trinity Custom Computers. That's very small, very faded. You might need to change out the ink. They must be flying off the shelf so quick they can't change the ink.
Or they're just really budget, you know?
Yeah, who knows? But this is the Sama case. Oh man, the packaging is interesting. This is the Sama case we know and love. We used it a lot recently. And as long as the specs are decent, for under $300, it doesn't look awful so far.
Yeah, we get a little cheap power cord with it and pretty wrapped. So I'm happy with that. I don't think this was double box.
It was single box, which is risky as a PC seller. But it seems like the way they package it, it showed up okay. I'd be worried with these like cheaper case boxes, like a Sama case box, for it to actually show up in one piece without any like dents or anything, but I'm not seeing anything major right now.
Yeah, nothing too bad. So Sama case is one that we've definitely used a good amount. You know, they got some decent cheap budget cases that are actually like pretty nice looking. When you get tempered glass, you get a power supply basement, and you actually get like, you know, room in the back for cable routing. And supposedly this thing has an Intel i5 quad core this time. No, this one's actually quad core. It has an RX 560, which just looks like an OEM, I'm gonna say like Lenovo or HP style one. Because I know we buy the 460s a lot and they kind of look like that.
Yeah, and the interesting tactic from the seller, and I've noticed on all their listings, all they do is show the picture of the case. They don't actually show the build. So when you're buying this, you're kind of like, what is the build gonna look like on the inside other than the case? But apparently 100 plus people, including us, were okay with that, and they bought it anyways. So I don't know.
It is cheap.
It is very cheap. It's really hard to think what kind of profit margin actually is, depending on what the i5 is. If it's like a second gen i5, I'd be a little bit worried, but if we're in like the fourth gen territory, then, I mean, compared to ones we've seen on Amazon, the price is competitive.
Go ahead and get both these panels off here, but it actually comes with a Bluetooth Wi-Fi adapter, like already plugged in the back there, so that's cool. Actually, that might just be Wi-Fi. Inside here, we have like the typical like newer style board where it's kind of like a knockoff board, like a machinist or something like that, probably straight from like AliExpress. I can't even find like a model on it either. It's another one of these where you'd have to almost just look that up, but probably like an H110 or something like that. Very small micro ATX, almost mini ATX. Single PCIe lane. It does actually have like an M.2. We only have one stick of RAM though, and I'm assuming it's just 8 gigs.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be 8 gigs of RAM. So single 8 gigs is not great. I'm like, what, is that actually a 560? Because those look exactly like the 460 OEMs.
It does look just like it. I mean, there's a model number on it, or we can just wait and see.
We'll just wait and see. It's gonna be a surprise. We'll just turn it on and see. But yeah, that looks very similar to those 460 OEM cards at 2 gigs of VRAM that you could buy for like $30 on eBay.
And obviously, since it's like an older CPU, you know, they did use like a deep cool. Kind of like, I mean, it's better than a stock cooler, so yeah. I guess that's cool.
It's a step up.
We do have this, the Joint. Which is was it 240 gig?
Should be 512.
512, okay, so 512 gigs. So I'm glad they budgeted in like decent sized storage, and they ditched the hard drive, which I love to see. That's what we see a lot, where they'll go with the like a 240 gig and a 1 terabyte hard drive, and we're like, dude, just get a 512. Like, quit saving the $2.
Can we see what kind of power supply it is? Or we have to take it out to see
We'd
it?
have to take it out.
But yeah, power supply, obviously, with these budget builds, you could cheap out pretty bad on them. I'm curious what the wattage is, if there's any room for upgrades. And I guess it all just comes down to what that i5 is. If it is a somewhat newer i5, decent price. If it's a really old i5, like we're talking like 1st or 2nd gen, which we have seen before, then it's probably not that good of a deal. But I'm gonna lean it's 4th gen, but we'll see.
Oh, it's an Apevia. The Venus Flytrap series. And it is a 450 watt, no ratings or anything, so it's not even like 80 plus white. So, you know, it's kind of like a buyer beware. I mean, most people would just call these bombs, but we don't like to judge super hard.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be okay, but it's definitely not the highest quality power supply. But again, we're talking about a system that I would imagine the seller's trying to make money here. They're trying to make a profit, so obviously they have to have some lower end components here, but I don't know. You guys let me know down below. Would you think this is a no-go because of that power supply?
All right, well, now we're gonna go ahead and get the power supply back in. I'm gonna show you guys the cable management here in a second. Well, the cable management, it's not really...
I don't think there's a single zip tie used, actually.
It's not really managed, it's just cabled, you know? No cable.
And like the cables on that power supply is like, it's like individually sleeved.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess good on Apevia for like not making a ketchup and mustard, but yeah, they're kind of just everywhere. I do like that Sama includes a real ARGB hub. So yeah, I'm starting to see that more, even on these really cheap cases. We're getting rid of that proprietary RGB and getting true ARGB because that just makes it so nice for when you want to add like an RGB strip or anything like that.
All right, guys, it's gonna explode. It's gonna blow up.
Boom!
Ah, there it goes.
See if that reset switch changed the LEDs?
There's an LED button, so it should be good.
Button, nice.
Now, if I remember right, these are, oh, actually, we might get to RGB pretty quickly, let's see. Jonah, I'm trying, man, I'm trying.
Oh, no, 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 no,
I'm trying. You see the sweat coming off my forehead? Hey, let's go.
Oh, that was actually quicker than we thought it'd be.
It's not a Apevia level of clicking that RGB button for probably 100 times, but so far it looks okay.
Yeah.
It looks like the typical get a cheap motherboard, cheap i5 CPU, decent RAM, and a budget graphics card and throw it in an RGB case. But we gotta see if it actually is legit. We gotta make sure that 560 is actually a 560 because it looks an awful like a 460. And then from there, we'll see how it performs in games. All right, guys, we are kind of in Fortnite. 1080p, 120 FPS performance settings, 70% render scale, medium view distance, and low textures. And McAllister might be able to play it back, but do you remember when I said I really hope this isn't like a second gen i5? It's a 2nd gen i5. Yeah, I'm not super happy about that, and honestly, it kind of kills a lot of the value of this computer. While yes, it is still under $300, 2nd gen i5s you can buy for $6. I just went on eBay, you can buy them for $6. It's crazy that back in like 2016, 2017, those CPUs were like $30, $40 and they were really good budget gaming CPUs, but now $6, you could probably get one from free from like an Optiplex that's probably at a recycling center. I don't know, man, it's hard to justify, but we're really gonna stress Fortnite's performance mode because along with that 2nd gen i5, we have a 562 gig, not a 4 gig, a 2 gig. So let's see if Fortnite performance mode will hold up. And right now, it's not amazing, but it is a little better than I expected. Oh, and I'm lagging immediately. Yeah, as you can tell, we have a pretty bad CPU bottleneck. We are running performance settings, which is lower settings, but still, performance mode doesn't look like it's gonna be able to save this thing. And it does bring up an interesting idea that I had. I was wondering if you guys would be interested in a budget build showdown video, like our wheel spin challenge, but we make it Fortnite edition and just try to focus on making the best cheap PC for Fortnite since there's a kind of a resurgence in this game now. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Oh goodness, building breaks things. Oh no. And so do explosions apparently. I try hard. You didn't try hard enough there, buddy. Yeah, not great. Not a great Fortnite experience. I might lower the render scale a little bit more and see if it makes things a bit more playable, but not an ideal experience whatsoever. I was just spamming build for my life there. And we'll go down to, we'll do 50%. We'll do true 720p render quality right now. Now, doing this in theory is just gonna make the bottleneck worse, but I really don't have another option. This might be my only shot, but yeah, this ain't looking too pretty. Somebody's outside trying to tear this place apart. Oh, hey, Bush. Oh, no! Ah, I tried to use the hand cannon. Did you guys see that lag? Oh no, that was not good. We'll drop again and see if the textures load in, but I was lagging it so bad there. What did I expect? A PC for $279. I tried to think there would be an actual good deal on eBay. I'm thinking like a 562 gig you could buy for probably like $30. The i5 is $6, we're at $36. This case I know is $50, so we're up to 50, 60, 70, 76, $86. My math is not great. 8 gigs of DDR3 memory, probably like $10. So that's another 80 something dollars, $86. An SSD or 20. I couldn't imagine with the power supply and everything that they're maybe more than like $130 into this, and factoring in just bulk buying because they sold 100 of these things, they're probably less than $100 in on this. So I mean, the profit margin is reasonable. It's just the issue is when we're at this low end of a budget, when you're making a computer that's $100, the performance difference from a $100 build-it-yourself computer to $200 can sometimes be very substantial. But then when we're trying to factor in the profit margins for a pre-built company, trying to make a computer that is $100 and selling it for $200, that gap between custom built and pre-built is just that much more noticeable. So it's hard. Owning PC Bros or PC Selling Business, we have this problem because you got to make money somehow, but also the jump of spending just $50 more on a computer when you're this low in the budget is so substantial. It's really hard to get the best bang for buck for the customer. 100%. Oh man. Guys, I'm trying here. I'm trying. Oh, hey, what's up? I killed a hash brown. And I killed Crazy Jet. Barely 60 FPS with a lot of dips and stutters. If you're really taking Fortnite serious, this is not the computer for you. Let's try something else and see if it'll run Apex Legends. A more GPU-dependent game, in theory, it may run better because we'll utilize the GPU more, but if it's anything to go with what this bottleneck looks like, it might be a little bit of a rough time. So you remember when I said, when I was playing Fortnite, and I was like, yeah, it was bad? Well, it got worse.
Okay, so just to prove to you guys, we're running like the lowest settings possible. I mean, it's not looking great. I mean, this is looking like almost worse than an Optiplex state, like one of our dirt cheap gamers.
And can we talk about, let me go back to this listing and make sure I don't miss.
Oh, the Apex thing?
It said Apex in the title. That's a bold claim there. Yeah, we'll give it some time. Well, maybe it'll fix itself. Maybe. Because we did test the 2 games that it said in the title, Apex and Fortnite. Fortnite took a lot of lower settings.
I can't win this.
And I was kind of hoping the 560 would be able to stretch its legs a little bit in a game that uses the GPU more, but also it's a 562 gig, so it might as well just be a 460.
Hey, we got a kill. That's what matters.
That is what matters, for sure.
The freezies.
Very well good. This is as low as we can go without like doing some weird customization. It's not any better. This is what a CPU bottleneck looks like, ladies and gentlemen, because we're at low settings and now the GPU is just not being used at all. So the CPU is just screaming even more.
Yeah, and now like I literally would not be able to tell like when there's an enemy in front of me. Can I zoom in now?
Things are
almost like when I
wait, hold
zoom
up.
in, it looks better. Oh, did it? Oh, it looks better now.
Oh, it just like loaded in textures. Still not great, but it's still, it's better.
This feels more playable. I mean, I would have never been able to hit that a minute ago.
Oh, you would have not hit that. No. Wait. Oh, you're gonna get the insane shot. I can't believe I hit that.
I need these textures to load in, man. God, there's so many of them. No, he got me. Well, that was Apex, guys. 720p is the only thing that actually made it like I will argue like somewhat playable. Maybe doing more updates and stuff would help a little bit, but I don't think it would do much for it.
Yeah, so I guess we'll play some more demanding games because why not? If it's worse here, it's just going to get worse later. We'll test some more demanding games, and then from there, we'll just talk about this PC as a whole, because if it was a little bit better than a second-gen i5, probably a good deal, but I really think having that i5 2400 is really holding it back.
Okay guys, we just got done benchmarking this pre-built gaming PC that was just a tad under $300, and it's definitely not great this day and age. And I'm not going to say that we haven't done a similar build to this like 1,000 times, where we just take an old office processor and pair it with a really OEM style graphics card, and it makes a pretty cheap build. But for 300 bucks, we feel like if you were to build it yourself, you can do a decent amount better, and honestly might be worth saving an extra like $50 to $100 up to get something like way better than this.
Yeah, we can't hate too much because it is a budget system. At under $300, there's not a ton of custom built computers on the market. But we think all the sacrifices that were made to get inside this Sama RGB case were not really worth it. You'd be much better off doing like an Optiplex upgrade or some sort of workstation upgrade for around the same price. But let us know down below what you think of this PC, and if there's any other PCs on eBay you want to see us take a look at, let us know down below. And if you want to see this listing yourself, the link in the description will lead you to the eBay listing of this seller that has a wide range of different computers.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
This PC right here will be available at PCBros.tech with a new and improved 1-year warranty.
And if you guys ask, I'll include McAllister with the purchase of your PC. McAllister, PCBros.tech, use code ToastyBros2 and check out the 2% of your next purchase and cash in on our Black Friday sales. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.